I think I need to keep my girlfriend broke so she can't leave me. And I'm scared I mean it. I've been sitting with that thought for hours. I keep trying to find a way to say it that doesn't make me a bad guy. I can't. Here's what happened. A few months ago, she got a promotion, a big one. She had worked for it a long time, and that night, I was happy for her. I really was. But after that, something in me started to change, slow and quiet, like something going bad in the back of the fridge before you can smell it. Because she changed too. Not in a bad way. That's the part that's messing me up. Nothing she did was wrong. She started going out with her friends again. She started saving her own money. She started taking care of herself, doing her hair, buying nice things. She'd come home happy. She got happy. That's the whole thing. She got happy, and she stopped needing me for every little thing. And instead of being glad for her, something cold opened up in my chest. I still don't know what to call it. Maybe it's envy. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's both, mixed into something that doesn't have a name. I keep telling myself it's all in my head, that she's not pulling away, that she's just living her life, and I'm the one turning it into a threat. Some nights I almost believe that. Then she comes home glowing from a night I wasn't part of, and the cold thing sits up in my chest, and it whispers the same math every time. She makes more than me now. She needs me less than she used to. And the day she doesn't need me at all is the day she looks up, really looks, and sees she can do better. So a part of me has started to wish her smaller, quieter, a little stuck, a little broke. Because broke, she stays. And free, I think she's gone. It's 1:40 in the morning. She's not home yet. She said 11. I've been sitting at the kitchen table since 10 with my phone face down, and about 20 minutes ago I picked it up and I opened her banking app. I know her password. She doesn't know I know it. I don't even know what I was looking for. Yes, I do. I was looking to see how much she saved, how close she is to not needing me. There was $3,000 in there. 3 months ago, there was nothing. And I sat there looking at that number, and my chest went cold, because $3,000 is a first month's rent somewhere. $3,000 is a girl who could walk out the door and land on her feet without me. 6 months ago, she couldn't have covered a flat tire without asking me. I hate that I know that. I hate more that I miss it. She got that promotion in the spring. She'd earned it, worked years for it, and I smiled and took her to dinner, and I meant it that night. I really did. Then she started changing. Little things. She started curling her hair on Tuesdays. You don't curl your hair on a Tuesday for a man you already have. She started going out with the girls from work. Thursday nights, then Thursday and Saturday. She'd come home smelling like a bar and a perfume I didn't buy her, laughing at something on her phone, and she'd kiss me on the head like I was furniture. Nothing bad. That's what's driving me insane. If she was cheating, I could point at it. There's nothing to point at. She's just happy. She got happy and full and alive, and every day she needs me a little less, and I feel myself disappearing a little more. And now it's 1:40 and she's not home, and I'm sitting in the dark holding my phone with her savings account open on it like a crazy person. The old me would have been worried something happened to her, called the hospitals. The new me, the one that scares me, isn't worried she's hurt. He's worried she's having a good time. Headlights just hit the window. She's home. And I have about 30 seconds to decide what kind of man I'm going to be when she walks through that door. I already know I'm going to pretend I was asleep. I always do. I closed the app, put the phone face down, closed my eyes right there at the table like I'd fallen asleep waiting up. I heard her key miss the lock twice. She'd had a few. Then the door, and her trying to be quiet, which is louder than just walking normal. She saw me at the table. "Babe, why are you up?" I did the slow blink, the fake wake up. "Must have dozed off. What time is it?" "Late. Sorry, we lost track." She was smiling, glowing, actually. Her cheeks were pink from laughing at things I wasn't there for. And here's where I did the thing I do now. I could have said, "I'm glad you had fun." That's what I used to say. Instead, I looked at her for a second too long and I said, real quiet, "You said 11. Just that. You said 11. And I watched it work. I watched the smile go off her face like someone turned a dial. I watched her stand up a little straighter and get a little smaller at the same time and start explaining. "I know, I'm sorry. Dana wanted to get food after and it's fine," I said, in the voice that means it's not fine. "Go to bed." She stood there another second, then she said, "Okay," in this small voice, and she went and got ready for bed, quiet as a mouse, and the glow was gone. I'd wiped it clean off her, and I felt two things at the exact same time sitting there. I felt like garbage, genuine, bottom-of-the-can garbage. And underneath that, quiet, awful, I felt better. Because for the first time all night, she was thinking about me. She went to bed small and unsure and thinking about me instead of laughing about some night I wasn't in. That's the part I can't tell anyone, that it worked. That making her a little smaller made me feel a little safer. 3 sentences. You said 11. That's all it took. I'm getting good at this. And getting good at it is the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. She's asleep now. I can hear her breathing in the next room, slow. She always falls asleep fast, even sad. I never could do that. Let me tell you when it started, because it didn't start with the promotion. It started the day the promotion showed up in her paycheck. Before that, we were even. Both broke, both tired, both leaning on each other to stay up. That's what I thought love was. 2 people who'd fall down without the other one there. Then her check doubled and mine stayed the same, and something under my feet moved. It's a strange thing to be scared of good news, to watch the person you love get handed a gift and feel like the gift is aimed at you. I didn't say anything, of course. What are you going to say? Please make less money so I feel like a man? So you smile. You say, congrats. You carry it inside where she can't see it. But it was there from that first bigger check. This little voice that said, she's climbing now, and you're standing still. And people who climb don't stay tied to people who stand still. The money was one thing. The change in her was worse. She got a confidence. That's the only word for it. She started walking different, talking to people different. She used to ask me before she bought anything over $20, not because I made her, just habit, the broke habit. And one day a few weeks ago, she came home with new boots and just had them. Didn't ask, didn't mention it. Small thing, boots. But I stood in the kitchen holding those boots, feeling like the floor tilted, because asking me was one of the strings that tied her to me, and she'd just quietly cut it without even noticing it was there. That's the thing nobody warns you about. It's not the big stuff that scares you. It's the little strings, the asking, the needing, the 1,000 tiny ways a person needs you that you didn't even know you were counting until they stop. She stopped needing me to check the oil, got it done herself on her lunch. She stopped needing me to figure out the bills. She just paid her half and had extra. Every string she cut by getting stronger. And every time, instead of being proud, I felt one more rope let go of the boat. Here's the part I've never said to anybody, ever. I don't think I've ever believed a person could just love me, plain, for nothing, for no reason. I think somewhere deep I've always believed I have to be useful, that love is rent, and I pay mine by being needed. Be the strong one, the fixer, the one they can't manage without, and you get to stay. Stop being useful and you're out. I know where I got it. I was 9 when my dad left. One day he was there, and then there was a new family across town, and we were just the old one, the used up one, the one he didn't need anymore. My mom used to say it tired at the kitchen table. He got what he wanted and he left. Like people stay until you've got nothing left to give them, and then they go. I built my whole self so that could never happen to me. Be so needed that leaving me costs too much. That was the plan. That was me. And then I met a woman who didn't want a fixer, who just wanted me. The plain me. And I never believed it, not once, not really. So the second she got strong enough to not need me, my whole plan fell apart. Because being needed was the only way I knew how to be loved. She's not leaving because she's climbing. I just can't believe she'd stay if she didn't have to. So I've started doing things, small things. I'm only now letting myself see them all lined up. When she talks about work, about the big things she wants to do next, I go quiet. Not mean, just flat. I let the air out of it. I've watched her get excited about a plan and I've said, "Sounds like a lot," in a voice that makes her fold it back up and put it away. When she wants to go out, I've started getting a headache, a bad day, something right at the door, so she stays. And she stays, and she rubs my shoulders and asks if I'm okay, and I feel that awful warm thing again. Needed. Safe. I've made myself sad on the exact nights she was happy, over and over, until being happy started to cost her something. I'm not yelling. I'm not hitting. There's nothing she could even point to. That's what makes it so dark. I'm doing it with headaches and quiet and sounds like a lot. I'm shrinking her an inch at a time, so slow she'd never catch it, and calling it love the whole way down. The savings account tonight scared me because it means it's not working. She's still getting stronger, still getting freer, and some part of me tonight thought, "You're going to have to try harder." That's the thought that put me on this floor. Try harder, like she's something to be stopped. I got up a few minutes ago and stood in the bedroom doorway and watched her sleep. She had a little frown on. She went to sleep with it, the one I put there with 3 words at the door, You said 11. She carried that to bed. I did that. And I stood there and I let myself think the whole thing, all the way to the end, no flinching. I could keep her. I actually could. I know exactly how. Keep the money tight so there's never quite enough to leave on. Be a little needier, a little sadder so she feels bad going out. Make the world outside feel a little scary and this apartment feel like the only safe place. Do it slow. Do it sweet. I could keep this woman for years, in a smaller and smaller life, and she'd never know I built the walls. She'd think she just grew quiet. She'd think she just stopped wanting things. I know I could do it because I'm already doing it. And standing in that doorway, watching her frown in her sleep, I finally saw the end of that road. I saw her at 40, small, quiet, the glow gone for good. A woman who used to curl her hair on Tuesdays, sitting still in a life I shrank around her like a coat 2 sizes too small. Safe, mine, and dead behind the eyes. I did that math, and I wanted to throw up, because I'd rather have that than lose her. Some part of me looked at her half dead and staying, and her fully alive and maybe gone, and it reached for the half dead one. That's the man standing in the doorway tonight. That's who I am when nobody's looking. I want to tell you it's not really me, that it's the fear talking. But I've run out of room to lie tonight. It is me. The fear and me aren't two different people. There's no good me being pushed around by a bad feeling. It's just me, all of it. The love and the poison coming out of the same root. I love her, that's true. And I've been slowly trying to cage her. That's also true. And I finally understand, sitting here, that those aren't opposites. They grew from the same seed. The seed is a 9-year-old who decided love is a thing you lose the second you're not needed. And that kid has been running my whole life from the dark, and I never once caught him at it. I called him being a good boyfriend. I called him worried. I called him 100 nice names. Tonight I caught him, standing in a doorway with her savings account still warm on my phone, watching her frown in her sleep, doing math on how to keep her small. That's the worst I've ever felt. But there's a strange thing about seeing the bottom. Once you're actually looking at it, you're not falling anymore. You've landed. You can see where you are. And for the first time in months, I'm not scheming. I'm just looking at it. At him. At me. Here's the thing I keep coming back to, sitting here now that it's quiet. She came home tonight. Late, yeah. Happy, yeah. From a life I wasn't in. But she came home. To me. To this apartment, to this man who's been cold and weird for weeks. Nobody made her. She's got $3,000 and new boots and a whole world cracking open in front of her, and at 1:40 in the morning, she still pointed the car back here. I've been sitting here all night, sure she's halfway out the door, and she's not. She's 20 feet away, asleep in our bed, in the shirt she stole from me 2 years ago and never gave back. That's the part the scared voice never mentions. It's real good at the savings number. It never once brings up the shirt. I don't feel fixed. The cold thing is still in my chest. It didn't leave just because I caught it. But it's quieter right now than it was an hour ago. And the reason it's quieter is simple. She came back. Again. Like she does. like she has every night I've been too scared to notice. The window's going gray. I've been up all night, and I'm not going to pretend I figured my whole self out on a kitchen floor. That kid in me is still in there, and he's going to be scared again the next time she wins. But something's a little different this morning, and it's small, and I don't want to make it bigger than it is. For weeks, I've been doing math on how to keep her. Tonight, for the first time, I'm just glad she's here. Not because she needs me, she doesn't. She hasn't in a while. She's here because she wants to be. And maybe that can be enough. Maybe I can learn to let that be enough. I don't know yet, I really don't. But she's going to wake up soon, and the least I can do, the only thing I've got tonight, is not be cold to her when she does. Not tonight, just get that one right. So I'm going to put the coffee on, and when she comes out with that careful face, I'm going to tell her I'm sorry about last night. Not all of it. I can't explain all of it. Just last night. Just, you said 11. Start there. That's all I've got. One morning, one coffee, one sorry I actually mean. The savings number's still in my head, $3,000. And for the first time all night, I hope she keeps it. I can hear her moving around in there. Time to go make the coffee.